Kitchener, now I'm here in the big city. Look at me, fuck. Do you guys think that the last comic kind of looked like my dad? Yeah? Alright, I thought so too. I'm backstage, I'm talking to him, I'm like, yeah, it's just my papa and me. Just doing comedy for the great people of Toronto. I knocked over some lady's personal way up. I'm so sorry, miss. This is probably not the best time to apologize, but I gotta take what I get, right? Fuck it. You guys doing alright? That's cool, that's cool. Alright, fuck it, I'll tell you guys about my life, fuck it. I had a pretty fucked up childhood. Anybody else? Just a few? Alright. I get it. Toronto's a good city, whatever. I can tell you guys about it. So, my parents, when they were in their 20s, they came to this country, they got married, they had my brother, they got divorced, they got back together, they got divorced again, they got back together a third time, they had me, and then when I was 12 years old, they got divorced again. It's worse when you say, oh no, I'm giving you my life, you're supposed to laugh. But my parents' marriage was basically Ross and Rachel from Friends. Like, were they on a break? Who knows? But as a result of my tumultuous childhood, as an adult, I have horrible anxiety. Yo, it's a fucking nightmare, man. I grew up walking on eggshells everywhere I went. Those were actually my first few comedy shows. My parents would be fighting, and I would be like, look at me, I'm funny, as I dodge plates being thrown. That was a little dark, I get it. But, you know when shitty couples are like, holy shit, this clearly isn't working, how are we gonna fix this? Let's have a kid? That was me. Yo, I was that kid. That's a lot of responsibility. Like, I'm 25 years old right now. I can barely fix an IKEA bed frame, let alone fixing a marriage. It's a lot. It's a lot, man. I gave them 12 years, though. I gave them 12 years. Despite all that, I'm dating. I'm trying my best. I'm trying my best out here. Thank you. This is one thing I've noticed. Growing up, I always noticed that that women always like dating older men. I don't know if we always noticed that. Growing up, I hated that. Because I always hated that I would always have to date girls like a year or two younger. But I recently started seeing somebody that was 5 or 6 years older than me, and I get it. I get the appeal. I feel like there's things that older people can do that we don't know. Like, the first time me and her hooked up, she told me she could squirt on command. And she had me right there. Like, she won. You know, I was like, what do you want from me? Like, my bed on the floor, it's yours. You want my Pulp Fiction poster? Fucking have it. My Nintendo Switch, it's yours, baby. Take it. Take it all. Some people like to argue that squirt is piss and somebody pissed my bed. Big fucking deal. What are you gonna do, right? Bro, I ran my face through it like I was a dog in a sprinkler. I was like... I remember I was going down on her, and she was like, good boy. I'm like, why do I like this? What's wrong with me? What else was Freud right about? So yeah, I'm learning lessons, and coincidentally, I'm learning the opposite lesson that Leonardo DiCaprio's learning. I don't know, he's not here, is he? Like, whatever. Look, this happened like this morning that he broke up with someone, right? Like, that, and it's like the fifth or sixth girl that he broke up with when they turned 25, and it's creepy, that's all I'm saying. I don't know, alright, fuck it. Alright, enough about women squirting in my face. Let's talk about the issues. We're all from Toronto here, right? It's tough to survey everyone here, but alright, enough people from Toronto. Ryerson changed its name recently. Were you all hip to that? The university? Boo, some boos? Okay, hear me out first. Ryerson University in Toronto, they changed its name because they're named after somebody by the name of Adolphus Edgerson Ryerson. And he was a bad dude. Look, the first hint is that his name's Adolf. That's the fucking first hint. But this guy was a bad dude. He was an integral part of the foundation of residential schools. And I get the sentiment behind it. I get that like the university wanted to remove all the history of this country's colonialism and all that whatnot. But It cost $5 million for the school to change its name. $5 million. And that's way too fucking much. You know, like I feel like there's better ways they could have spent that money, you know? Like I can't imagine that there's some guy up at the Mohawk Reserve in Thunder Bay, and as he turns on his tap and there's brown stuff coming out of his tap, he's like, wow, I can't even drink this. But thank God Ryerson changed its name. Because that makes this so much better. I have to boil this before drinking it. But wow, Ryerson changed its name. Maybe it makes the water go down better? I don't know. There's better ways they could have spent the money. That's all I'm saying. Fuck it. I gotta get out of here in a bit. I got stuff to say. Give me a second. Yeah, you're with me. I know. I'll tell you guys more about myself. I'm not a very picky eater. I feel like that's what happens. You grow up poor. You gotta be able to eat what's on your plate. One thing I won't do, I won't eat ass. I'm sorry. Now, hold your judgment. I got my reasons. It's because I feel like eating ass is the final frontier, you know? Like, once you eat ass, you can't really complain about pizza toppings anymore. Like, you foregone that right. Clearly you're not a picky eater. I don't see why I can't just peel that green pepper right off, you know? Like the other day I'm hanging out with my roommates, and my one buddy, he storms in. And he's like, boys, you'll never guess what. Last night, I ate my girlfriend's ass. Like it was fucking Christopher Columbus and discovered new land. But later that night, we're gathered around, later that night, we're gathered around and we're ordering pizza. And I like olives on my pizza. That's my thing. I'm like, yo, let's get olives on this pizza. And my ass-looking friend looks me straight in the eye. And he's like, Etay, that's disgusting. Who likes olives on their pizza? I'm like, buddy, you'll never guess what. Last night when me and you and your girl were out in that soiree, I saw her going to town on the olive tapenade. So you might like it a bit more than you think you do. Look, he likes it going out, he might like it going in too. I don't know. Yo, that was a weird way to end. But you guys have been a lot of fun. Guys, get up your host, Andrew, Charles, everybody. Keep it going. Thank you very much, guys. Good night, evening.